Hey, Librama Balance, and today I'm going to be talking about the roller beetle in Guild Wars 2 and why, in my opinion, it's the best mount that I've ever had the pleasure of using in an MMO. If there's a mount that's just giving a movement speed bonus, why don't you just make the player faster? And this is the mount that makes me think, well, there are more fun ways to be fast than just an direct movement speed upgrade. The roller beetle isn't just faster than the player, and there are some cases where arguably it would be faster to use a different mount, because roller beetle actually has physics. See, the roller beetle has momentum, so if you're going uphill, you'll actually end up going slower. And if you're going downhill, you'll actually gain speed as you go down the hill. If you're going fast enough, not only can you drift to change your angle quickly, you can also skip along the water. Since going up a hill can be pretty boring, you also have your endurance meter, which on the roller beetle functions as a turbo boost. This will allow you to gain a boost of speed regardless of whether you're going up and down the hill, and you can hold this speed out while you're going over flat terrain. Interestingly enough, drifting will actually build your boost meter faster than standard. So it's a good idea to drift when you can and when you need to, because it will overall lead to more boosts, which overall leads to more speed. There is also an upgrade for the roller beetle that will allow you to do tricks in the air. I don't have this upgrade yet. However, this would also build your boost up quite quickly. But those simple rules are all you need to make, honestly, a very unique and interesting mount that is just fun on its own to run around with. The developers seem to know this, as they have gone the extra mile and have implemented racetracks into the game. There is a few of these in different maps, and basically they're just like little tracks that you can go around, and you'll be rewarded with racing medallions if you do them fast enough. There's also events that happen where an actual race will occur, and this is 3 laps around that time trial track. However, you can race other people and get rewarded accordingly. But I honestly think this is genuinely worth trying out for yourself, and in the next section of the video I'm going to go through and give you guys a little guide on how you can jump into Guild Wars 2 and try this mount out for yourself with honestly no money investment at all and very little time investment compared to actually unlocking the mount. There is rental NPCs that will allow you to rent a roller beetle to partake in these time trial races, and you can use these to get early access to the mount and basically try it out and see if you like it. I tried these in the trial period and I liked the mount so much that I actually went through and did the whole quest to get it, and it's not a nothing quest. There's actually quite a bit to it. Alright, so it's not enough to just watch the mount. Honestly, I want you guys to try this out for yourself. So in this section of the video, I'm going to show you guys how you can get into it as quickly as possible so you don't have to waste too much time. There's plenty of level 20 areas that have racing NPCs, which you can rent a mount and try the roller beetle out for yourself. Now, depending on which race you start Guild Wars 2 as, you'll start in a different starting town. So you'll start in Divinity's Reach as a human, you'll start in Holbrack as a Nord, you'll start in the Black Citadel as a Mistake, you know, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, there's no lower level areas where you can access these. However, there is some in the basically like the second tier levels where basically level 15 to 25 you are going to need like a silver to rent the mount anyway, so you'll probably have to level up a little bit, but it's not going to take too terribly long. Now, if you want to skimp on the levels and skip ahead a little bit, I think the one on the Dacia Plateau is probably the easiest to get to, since it's right next to a main city, which you're safe in, and it's just a matter of finding where you want to go. So if you start as a char, obviously you're going to start in that town. But if you don't start as a char, let's say I'm a Nord here, but I'm in the human town. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the human town, and I'm going to be looking for a pink portal. So I'm going to have a look at the map, and you can see the pink portal is right here. And this is going to be an Azura's Gate to Lion's Arc, which is essentially like the hub of Guild Wars 2. So let's head on over there, and I'll show you where to go from there. No matter which race you start as, there will be a pink portal in your town, and it will lead to Lion's Arc. Now, when you're dropped off at Lion's Arc, if it's your first time, it'll probably drop you off like around here. And you want to just head down to these this portal hub area. And essentially you want to look for the one that is going to the Black Citadel, which is going to be this one right here. Once you're in the Black Citadel, it's just a matter of getting up north to this portal right here. So you can go ahead and take the sidewalk, or if you want, you could just jump off and take some fall damage. But honestly, right from the portal, it's like super fast to get here. Next up, we're going to want to go to the town of Nagling, which is very close by. Just follow the road and go a little bit to the right. And just outside the city, you'll see a group of NPCs here. This is the racing hub, and essentially you just want to go over to the Roller Beetle rental NPC, and this will allow you to rent a Roller Beetle for 1 silver an hour. Now, obviously, I don't need to do that. I already have a Roller Beetle, but this will allow you to basically use the mount, the Roller Beetle mount, for a full hour. If you fall off or if you get hit off your mount, you can come back and get a new one within that hour, so you don't have to worry about it. And you can just kind of run around the Daisa Plateau, and you don't have to worry about it too much. If you want, you can even try out the time trial. I think this is a relatively beginner-friendly course too, so it should be a good method to get a finer grip on the controls of the mount and just kind of try it out. So overall, not only is the Roller Beetle mount a great way to get around, it honestly adds a whole lot to the game in the sense that it's basically adding a completely new mode or like a mini game into the game just by existing. You have people who will time trial this stuff and get legitimately good. I know I personally want to go for all of the Roller Beetle achievements because I just find it that fun. I think this is the kind of gold standard as far as mounts go, because I'm usually on the camp of, well, if you can have a mount do something, you could probably have the player do it too, and it would be cooler. Because I think it would be way cooler for the player to fly than them to have a mount which they ride, which flies. Which might be a little bit of a power scaling issue, but just, you know, it's Magic Land. You could make magic limitations. You know, like there's nothing to say, oh, you can't do that in a dungeon, because you can literally just say that you can't use it in the dungeon. You don't need a lore explanation. You're not Final Fantasy. You don't need to sniff your own fart. I just think this is the one example where I could say, you know what? I don't think I could drift on my own. I don't think that would be very exciting. Whereas with this, you know what? Yeah, I'm down. I really enjoy this mount. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys try this mount out for yourself. I want to give a special thanks to my Patreon supporters who make videos like this possible. And of course, I'll give a big thank you to each and everybody watching. That's all I have for you today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.